Taylor from Tay Time here, recapping This Is Us, Season 2, Episode 4. Are we on Episode 4? I think we're on Episode 4. I don't know anymore. So in this episode, in the past, the little guys have, the little big three have chicken pox. Basically, Kevin gets them first, then Kate, then Randall, because they tell them all three kids need to know about once, then Jack. Rebecca's mom comes over, and she causes chaos again for Randall, as always, and, particularly Randall, and Kate in terms of the, sizing issue. And, again, I don't know what's up with, like, the good guys becoming bad guys. Elizabeth Perkins, I'm looking at you. Because, yes, Rebecca's mom's a witch that rhymes with a B. Or a witch that starts with a B. I should say, not rhymes with B, starts with a B. Little Randall overhears this whole conversation between Rebecca and her mother, where Rebecca calls her mom a racist. And then Jack and Rebecca end up having Rebecca doesn't have chickenpox because she's had it. And there were little things throughout the episode where, like, the mom, like, she thought her mom was being racist or doing things or doing all this other stuff. They go to sit again, the casting for these kids, whether it's Randall's kids in the present, the kids in the past, the teenagers in the past, it's perfection. Perfection. They explained to him what racism is, and they were like, well, what do you remember about Martin Luther King? And Randall goes, well, he was shot because, you know, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden he goes, oh my god, your grandma killed Martin Luther King. I literally had to pause it because I was laughing, but I was also praising the casting directors for these kids. It was a perfect scene. And then, obviously, in the end, when the grandmother leaves, because they all end up they end up digging her car out of the snow so she can leave, she goes, well, I'm sorry I haven't really been, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he said something like, yeah, like, it was like, no, like, it's not whatever, or something like that, and it was another perfect line. In the present, in terms of Kevin, stop messing with your knee recovery. Sophie, you should have been out there. That's all I'm going to say. In terms of Randall and Beth and Deja, it turns out Deja has alopecia, which is hair loss. And, you know, she has finally gains Beth's trust and braids it, and after, like, this whole, like, issue, and, oh my god. And Randall ends up talking to her about having, like, a nervous breakdown and stress, and she gets pissed at Beth, so she cuts the braids off. I still wasn't sure if she did that out of, like, anger only, or wanting to be like Tess and Annie only, or a mixture. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And Kate's pregnant. She's 6 weeks pregnant. That's why she's going crazy over. She has a gig, which is great. She's freaking out, eating all the right things, losing weight, blah, blah, blah. All I remember the previews from next week is Toby finding out. That's about it. Excuse me, it's Toby finding out. I hope we see more of the little three soon, as well as the teenage three. From what I've heard, we're going to be finding out about Jack's death within the next couple of weeks. Because they said that you would know before the halfway point, and that it wouldn't be the halfway point where you find out everything. Now, that could be at the halfway point we find out the final piece of the puzzle. But obviously we've been getting pieces of the puzzle, and this week wasn't that. And I kind of like that this week wasn't that. It was just an episode that needed to be done, and we needed to see. And I think it's great. Let me know what you thought down in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.